thank God for the gift of life. I am called and I'm still an angel. I am a director of the War Victims and Children Networking in Uganda. Actually, as a War Victims and Children Networking, I started almost 10 years back, and my vision and the mission to change the life of the community of the victims of northern Uganda, and even in Uganda, we are in a different parts.
Wow, gini kati dir mara gin ramu meda kere kelu dulara me ramu konyo wa ame ramu tie lokorwa kita gino timoni ukwa ini ginango meda monu me kubere kere joya ho me kelite group wakan me meda kere lako kwa.
We even go to Soroti. We also go to Renzori. As a war victim, we are trying to bring all victims together to see how we can sell their voice.
And yeah, team Cosmas. Pero Kelsey one man wanted to have you call a word. Miracle Town Council. Dong anati kwati kum dulba binukan. E konyo yo madwala. Tien kopi yo adwala ne kuti peko. Enta mana tian aloha moro tie. Bay punya me ucualo dulor biru punya ge ber punya ge donga mani ata manikin jone mede me yo kon ya dwala ni konyor ke kenna me mite me we loha kela loha ya dwala dono ati ata mani katwere pedan ki kai konya me gin tia me ni ken mede kere me yo kono kene dohi mede kere punya jo me we jo wotin yang kere me yo kon me loko kwadano. In
our country and in the different world, because they've been passing through a lot. So different here and the different months, as a director, I always communicate and I do advocacy a lot to making sure that I reach different donor and the different government entity, to making sure that at least they're hearing what the victims are passing through, and any support from the district, from the sub-county, and from the national, even from parliament, to making sure that at least they should hear what the victims are still going through. That is my role, what I'm doing as a director and the war victims personally. So far, we have been doing a lot. That is why also we get this funding, ASF, who is going to support our members through livelihood support. We brought them 5 groups, but so far they are going to give livelihood support to the 4 groups. 1 in Oyam district, then 1 in Kole, then Gulu district and Gulu city. Gulu City, in the district we have 2. We have Onyama and Paibona. Gulu City we have 1. Then Kole 1. Then Oyam also 1. 5 groups who they are going to support with this livelihood support. This livelihood support, it is a grant. It's not that they are going to give and they are going to return it back. No. So different groups, they wrote what they wanted to do with this money. And in the groups, they always select individual. They are going to support individual through groups. If you pick one members from the any sub-county, that impact you will not see. But if you put them together and you support them individual in the groups, they'll always come and sit together. Because for us as a war victims, what we wanted them, they should forget what they are passing through. Through coming together, sharing their ideas, and if you give the support, how everyone from the different sub-county and from the different village, they are coping with the life of society. That is why if we give them the livelihood support, we want also them to cooperate with the community, because we are trying to say the stigma, it is still there. So how can we fighting together to stop stigma. In all our groups, we bring victims in the group and also community also in the groups. If victims are 30, then we make sure that 15 is a community person. So through that one can stop stigma. Because our role, we wanted to work with the government together, and we work with the LC1, RDC, LC5, LC3, because we wanted every area should know what the victims are passing through. I think when we opened groups like that, we communicating to all those leaders. They should know that we are here and their people are also here. It is also good to them to give the support from the government side. Meanwhile, we are also looking for the donor. We want also them to do what? To know that the victims are still suffering in the community. What am
you are a polar papa. Car will live again. You will live a Jama Paul. Put a mecon with group down Yamaru, pedog bed being at the Hadon, Kitano bed academy. Getting a choke milk me while we want no bed jamming on. We are what here. You are a polar papa.
What I'm going to do as a director, if these people receive this money for the grant, what my role first to monitoring and see how they are going to managing this money. Because for us, we want them, at least if today you don't have 1 goat, at least tomorrow you have 2 goats. If ever here you have maybe 5 goats, after 5 years you will be somewhere. If 1 here, at least you buy only 1 cow. 5 years coming, at least you will have some things. Because if we don't powering our victims and the community, at the end we are going to lose both of them. So that is why I call all of us to join hands together to see how can we support the victims and the community. That is my vision and my mission, and I want to assure you, I've been doing these things for almost 10 years back, and I will continue doing until victims get justice into our country. And also my appeal to the donor, we want them to come and support us, because gun is silent, but we are still having a lot of war. Because if any person doesn't have anything for the living, can they make things not the way it's supposed to think? It will think what is not supposed to do. So for us as a war victim, we don't want our members to come in that limit. That is why we are trying with our level best to at least to change the life of the victims and the community. There should be people who can bring peace tomorrow into the country, not to make violence. Thank you.